afternoon. Welcome to Monday's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for September 5th to 17th. September 5th to the 9th, the pattern remains amplified. We have a trough here over the Aleutians, maybe with the south of the Aleutians, ridge here over the west, trough in the east. And you look at the GFS, and then we look at the rest of the models. You can see there's very little change in the overall circulation. And we also have a ridge here over the West Central Atlantic that will possibly play a role with Irma. I'll get to that later. A ridge over the west will cause above normal temperatures. Record highs may be possible in some locations. The pattern remains dry in the west, but scattered convection will be possible over the higher elevations of the Rockies in the southwest. Rainfall is forecast for the East Coast. The heaviest rainfall is forecast for the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, northeast, and the Middle Atlantic. September 8th to the 12th. Here we are at the 8th. We have a fairly strong amplified pattern, still consisting of a trough ridge trough configuration. This is the GFS, and we have our fairly strong ridge here over the West Central Atlantic. That's the GFS, and all the models fairly depict a strong trough here, a strong ridge over the Western Atlantic. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for the western states, with anomalies of 8 degrees are forecast. Below normal temperatures are forecast for this region here, with anomalies of 3 to 6 degrees. Below normal for precipitation. Above normal precipitation is forecast for here and for the southeast. Below normal precipitation is forecast for the southern plains and the lower Mississippi Valley. September 13th to the 17th. Here we are at the 13th, again in GFS. Now GFS has a weaker ridge here and still a deep trough digging into the eastern U.S. ridge here. And then we look at the rest of the models. You can see they also have a weaker ridge. So we go through the models. As we go through the models, you see that it kind of flattens out a bit. And some of the models are also forecasting a trough for the northwest and the east. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for the western states again, with anomalies of 8 degrees or more above normal. Below normal temperatures are forecast for the east, with anomalies of 4 degrees. Above normal for precipitation, forecasting above normal precipitation for California and the Central Great Basin. And we also have above normal precipitation for the Middle Atlantic and the Northeast. Below normal precipitation forecast for, which is good news for this area, for the central and western Gulf Coast states. Now, we're going to talk about Irma. Okay, we're looking here at the GFS. Let me make sure it's a GFS. It's the GFS. And if you look here in this part of the map, you'll start seeing Irma coming in. And Irma's forecast to be going, both models have it going around the western periphery of the Atlantic ridge. You see here, this is the European, this is GFS, and then we go through the days, and we get to about it starts nearing the southeast coast. Then we start getting a northward pull by the trough here over the east, and we get to the 10th. You start seeing it starts approaching the Middle Atlantic coast, and it kind of makes landfall. Looks like Virginia, the Marva area, and then lifts northward. The GFS is a bit more to the south. This is the European ensembles, is more to the south. also rounding the western ridge, and also gets kind of pulled northward and kind of approaches the southeast coast further to the south. But there's a lot of possibilities depending on the strength of the Atlantic ridge and the trough here. But most of the models pull this northward, and we're coming to the end of the period. You start saying then it comes in to the southeast and being pulled northward by the trough across this area here. We have a trough in the east, region of the west. So that's the weakness here. Now, if this trough wasn't as strong, or becomes not as strong, then it will both push it more to the south and probably bring in Florida and the Gulf. But right now, the models are forecasting a stronger trough in the east. And this is the weakness here that allows it to come to the east coast. So we have to wait and see. And I think areas from the southeast to Maine should be closely monitoring the progress. It's still about a week away. A lot of things could happen, and I'll keep an eye on this. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 5th to 17th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Have a good day.